Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best headlamps.
Starting at number 5.
Nitecore NU25400. For minimalists and true ounce counters, our favorite ultralight headlamp of 2024 is the Nitecore NU25400UL. At just 1.6 ounces, the NU25UL secures via a streamlined elastic headband, is surprisingly bright with a 400 lumen max output, and is rechargeable via micro USB. We've also found it incredibly easy to operate. Cryptic toggling between modes is a common issue with headlamps, with one button for the white beam and one for red, and the battery seemingly lasts forever. All told, as a high-powered emergency light or for those trying to keep their load as light as possible, the NU25UL is a bright and relatively cheap option. Keep in mind that the Nitecore NU25UL has 4 brightness settings: 400, 200, 60, and 6 lumens. The red mode is a constant 10 lumens. There's no dimmer, which is a bummer, but certainly something we can get used to. And while the elastic strap goes a long way towards streamlining the weight, it's certainly not something you'll want to have on your head all night. But for those in the market for an ultralight headlamp, it's our top all-around pick of the year. You can save 0.4 ounces with the Petzl bindi below, but the Nitecore offers twice the light output for $13 less.
Coming at number 4.
Black Diamond Sprinter. When it comes to selecting the right headlamp for the job, running poses some unique challenges. For such an inherently bouncy activity, you'll want a lightweight lamp that sits close to your head and doesn't shift as you move. It's also worth considering a model that includes a rear light, especially if you run on roads, or at least some reflective material on the headband. Within this category, the Black Diamond Sprinter is our favorite design. Its 500 lumen lamp is compact and decently bounce-free, and you also get a top strap, removable, reflective logos, and a rear flashing light. Finally, Black Diamond's dual-fuel battery system is an ideal setup for long runs, giving you the option of swapping to AAAS if the USB rechargeable battery runs out. The Sprinter's bright oval beam provides a great balance of distance and proximity lighting, but without a dedicated flood mode or red light option, it's not an ideal lamp for use around camp. Further, the rear battery pack is rather bulky, and you'll want to be sure you cinch it up well to mitigate bouncing. The BioLite 425 is worth mentioning as an alternative. It's more streamlined, an ounce lighter, and $20 less, but we've been really disappointed with its battery life, especially in the cold, and you don't get the option of using AAAS in a pinch. And serious runners should check out the Petzl Now RL below, which is our top choice for through-the-night trail efforts. Finally, Black Diamond also makes the 2-ounce Sprint 225, which ditches the top strap and rear battery for a less powerful yet more streamlined and affordable, $50 setup.
At number 3.
Black Diamond Astro. If you're on the hunt for a simple headlamp that will come in handy both at camp and around the house, the Black Diamond Astro 300 delivers. For just $20, the Astro puts out a very practical 300 lumens, including dimming and strobe modes, and lasts for 4 hours on the brightest setting, 140 hours on low. What's more, at 2.6 ounces and with a compact shape, it's light enough to go practically unnoticed on your head or in a pack, which makes for a great emergency backup too. You can spend a lot of money on a brighter or longer-lasting headlamp, but the Astro is a great value and fully sufficient for most campers, hikers, and backpackers. The Astro features Black Diamond's dual-fuel technology, which gives it the ability to run off of either AAAS or a lithium-ion rechargeable battery, purchased separately for $30. This is a massive improvement over the outgoing version in terms of versatility, and $50 is a competitively low price for a rechargeable headlamp. On the other hand, the rechargeable Astro 300R is just $40, although it lacks AAA compatibility. Keep in mind that with such a budget device there are inherent downsides in terms of features and durability. The Astro's IPX4 rating means it won't survive submersion in water, and you don't get distance and proximity lighting or a red light mode like we see in BD's more premium lamps. But simplicity is a strong suit for many applications, and it's hard to beat the Astro's combination of price and performance.
Number 2 of my list.
Black diamond spot. If the Petzl Actik's downsides have you continuing your search, it's worth considering the black diamond spot. The newest spot is available in a rechargeable 400R version, and the 400 here, which is similar to the Actik core above, uses BD's dual fuel technology to operate with either AAAS or a rechargeable battery, purchased separately. The headlamp features a streamlined profile, much slimmer than that of the Petzl, for minimal bounce, and weight is low at just 3 ounces, including batteries. It also gets an IPX8 waterproof rating compared to the Actik's IPX4, which gives it extra reliability in wet conditions. Finally, the Spot 400 is easy to operate, with a large central button that turns the headlamp on and off and a second button to scroll between modes, and you get a full suite of lighting choices, from the long-range LED to a softer proximity LED and red light for use around camp. The Spot 400 is $30 less than the Actik core if you choose to run it off AAA batteries, but you'll have to pay an additional $30 for the rechargeable technology, the 1500 battery and charger. At $80 all in, the full package BD is around the same price as the Petzl, and it simply doesn't measure up in terms of performance for backcountry use. For one, the need for a charger is unfortunate. It's just one more item to carry and potentially lose. Petzl eliminates the need for a charger with a micro USB port directly on the battery. In addition, the Spot is not quite as bright as the Actik, with 400 lumens versus 600. And the real kicker is that battery life is not up to snuff. On a recent outing, our partners Petzl offered illumination throughout the night, while our fully charged BD dimmed to almost nothing. We don't blame you if you're won over by the Spot's better user interface, slimmer profile, and high-end waterproofing, but the Petzl is still the more reliable and powerful design.
And number 1.
Petzl Actik core. Petzl's Actik core has long been one of our favorite headlamps, and the newest version carries the torch with a high-end combination of value, performance, and versatility. The 600 lumens on high lights up far-off sections of terrain, while the standard 100 lumen mode gets the job done for most slow-paced navigation and is gentle on battery life with a 7-hour burn time. But the main selling point for us is the battery versatility. You get the option between Petzl's rechargeable lithium-ion core battery and 3 AAAS, which is truly the best of both worlds for front and backcountry use. And the core battery consistently delivers the most reliable burn time in our testing. On one occasion, our Actik lasted through a 6-day backpacking trip, while our BioLite needed several charges. However, the Actik core does have some downfalls worth mentioning. The most noticeable is the headlamp's bulky, archaic-looking design, which is a bit too front-heavy for running. Most headlamps of this brightness place their battery pack on the rear. Second, a plastic adjuster fell off our strap and rendered it fairly useless. Thankfully, Petzl sells a replacement headband. And finally, many users have found the battery compartment difficult to access and open, although it does loosen up after some use. All gripes aside, we still think the Actik core is the most reliable and versatile headlamp for all-around use. That said, if you don't need the top-notch battery life or brightness, there are enough shortcomings and competitive alternatives to potentially direct your search elsewhere.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.